Dave has a campsite marked on his map. It says free camp 4 kilometres away, so we'll aim for that. We've still got heaps of daylight, so you will aim for that. It'd probably be devoid of firewood, but we'll rustle something up. Alright, there's a track in.
One there, and 2 more, and there.
Do you want me to go and have a look? As you would expect, void of firewood. We just drop our stuff and Tom and I will go and get some wood. Yeah, stunning location. Sun's setting in the west, so it'll rise over my left shoulder. Those rocks in the morning will look absolutely stunning. No shelter from the sun, but once the sun goes down, it won't matter. Yeah, stunning place. Beautiful. A real hidden gem. Nice, look at that. Look at that. It's going to be an interesting journey. Yeah, the first obstacle is getting over that first dune, that lip. But it wouldn't be the same if we didn't have a fire, and that thing will burn half the night. I mean, it's twin track, but it's a firm base. It's just that these things are handling like pigs. I don't think they're designed to carry the sort of load. Oh, look at that. We're making it look easy, yeah? Yeah, we're already in the shade because the sun's dropped behind those hills. That's alright, we'll still have an hour's worth of daylight or twilight. Oh, if I can get around this corner. Look at that.
Technically.
What an absolute cracker of a campsite. Absolute cracker. Beautiful sunrise this morning. Bit windy, but that's okay. It helped fan the fire. Yeah, very nice indeed. We'll get underway and start heading towards Marble Bar. Yeah, we confirmed last night that that settlement back there, well, the settlement that used to be there was Goldsworthy. I forget what they mined. I think it was iron ore. And yeah, the one up the road here is Shea Gap, although if you blink you'll miss it. No remnants left other than some concrete footings, some foundations, and there would be nothing of note there to explore. Speaking of which, a water tank or something there. Yeah, Marble Bar's, I'm not sure of the distance, maybe 3 hours. Alright, we turn right here towards Marble Bar. A little bit of traffic uses this road. Last night we saw a triple trailer road train hauling cattle past our campsite, and just then we passed, could be possibly the same truck on its return journey. So yeah, a little bit of traffic uses this road. What's this young calf going to do? He's going to stay close to mum. Good idea. Right, we've reached the blacktop. I think if we turn right here it takes you to Port Hedland, I think. But yeah, we're turning left. And I think it's about 30 k's to Hedland, correction, Marble Bar. Welcome to Marble Bar, based on averages the hottest town in Australia. Two of these blokes, Dave and Paul, have not been here before, so I'll just give them a quick cook's tour of the town. We'll go to a lookout so they can get an idea of the lay of the land. I mean, it's not a big place. One thing of note is the Ironclad Hotel, lots of history there. We'll go to the lookout, spend a few minutes there, come back, refuel, maybe have something to eat, and then continue on. There's the Ironclad Hotel. Currently 23 degrees. Geez, they'll be looking for their jumpers to try and keep warm at only 23 degrees Celsius. Information Centre, police station and courthouse. Somewhere around here is a track leading to the lookout. I think one of the reasons this place is so hot is it's actually surrounded by hills. We're in a valley, a depression, and I think think that's part of the reason why it maintains its heat. But then again, I could be making this stuff up too, you know. Anyway, give the boys a few minutes to have a look. There's the caravan park down there. The ironclad must be through there somewhere. Yeah. Right, next stop, Goin in about an hour's time, just over an hour, maybe an hour and 20. The road is mostly dirt, although I'm told there's a bit of road works going on. Oh, Tom's got problems. Maybe he doesn't break a cable. He's snapped the return cable, I think. Oh, going uphill now. That's hard. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no, I won't be able to do it. We tried. Huh. I mean, better off it happen here than 50 k's down the road. A segment that Tom calls Tank Off with Tom. Looks like a broken accelerator cable, so the plan is to swap out the return cable for the accelerator cable. It just means it won't back off automatically like it's supposed to. Can't do much under the circumstances, not out here. We are struggling to fit that fuel tank because it's got 30 litres of fuel in it and they get all bent out of shape. So what I've done is I've gone to the local caravan park, I've borrowed a 20 litre empty jerry. We'll decant the fuel into that and our bladders, fit the tank and then fill the tank up again, of course. So the ladies at the caravan park have very generously loaned us a jerry. Good on them. Right, leaving Marble Bar, take 2. Between Dave and Tom, they were able to do a workaround. I mean, the bottom line is these bikes have got a return throttle cable, so that when you take your hand off it, obviously it just springs shut, and they were able to swap those 2 cables around to get it going. I mean, it's not perfect, but he's mobile. The problem we face, of course, is the nearest bike shop on our route is going to be Perth, 2,000 kilometres away. None of the communities we're going through will have a bike shop with anything close. But no matter, we've lost a bit of time, but that's not important. landscape through this area here, just north of Goin.
Wipe the sleep from your eyes. Quit dreaming now, the sun is on the rise. And by the end of the day, this dusty room will be 1,000 miles away. Once heard it said in a song.
Right, we've stopped briefly here at Goin. Bought a bag of ice, wrapped it up in the tarp. That'll keep for an hour until we pull up. That way Tom and I can have cold beers with dinner. Yeah, we'll ride for another hour, 97 kilometres, and then pull up at a junction that I'm aware of, which is suitable for camping. A lot of mine activity along this road. Roy Hill, huge operation at Roy Hill. I think that's one of Gina Reinhardt's operation, and apparently they've sealed a bit more of this section heading south. Not quite sure how much, doesn't really matter. Still a strong crosswind. That shouldn't impact on us too much, I don't think. So yeah, we'll get underway, pull up in an hour or just over an hour. That will still allow heaps of time to set up camp. Now, if you turn left here on a Skull Springs Road, that is, in my opinion, one of the best 10 roads in Australia for adventure riders. Stunning scenery, interesting. Yeah, anyway. None of those apply to us. They've sealed more of it. It certainly doesn't start here. Geez, they're spending money on this road. I'm not quite sure who the beneficiary is. We're too far north of Roy Hill Mine, so I can't see it being connected to that. But gosh, they've pulled out all stops. These roadworks are making it hard to find a bush camp. Lots of interruptions. A lot of access tracks off to the left and right are no longer available to use. And lots of red lights along here as well, so we're losing time, losing daylight, waiting for escort vehicles or the lights to change to green. We'll keep plugging away, but it doesn't make things easy. Stunning country, absolutely beautiful country. But a lot of spinifex too, so yeah, hard to find an area big enough to put your tent down. We'll figure it out. Well, it's later than we would have liked, but I knew this place existed. So rather than try and muck around Roy Hill mine site, yeah, we sort of it's got the thumbs up from Tom. There's a bit of shelter here because it was quite windy today, so there's a bit of shelter from the trees and stuff. Lots of wood. We'll be right. We'll be right. He's just found a piece of wire in the tyre, but at least repairing a tubeless tyre is a lot easier than repairing tyres with tubes in them. This will be an easy fix.
Hole now.
My guess is Tom is listening to music. Either that or he's just in a happy place. Almost ready to go. From here we're going to head west to Oski. Head west to Oski. I don't know, be there in an hour and a half or so for fuel and a bite to eat. I don't know where our destination is today. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, that puncture repair is made a whole lot easier when you're using tubeless tyres. I know there's two trains of thought. Yeah, I favour tubeless tyres. Anyway, we'll get underway and take it from there. Mostly dirt, I think, to Oski. We'll have a bit of a tailwind for a change instead of that strong crosswind that we had yesterday. That wasn't very pleasant at all. What's this sign telling us? Emergency pickup point, whatever that means. About to enter a dust storm. There's been a fire through here and the wind is that strong because there's no vegetation left. It's just picking up the dust. I mean, I'm travelling with it at the moment. I don't want to get stuck in there. Can't imagine the last time we had rain here, but it must have been recently. Coming up to a rail crossing. I mean, this region is dotted with them. You wouldn't want to get stuck at one of these crossings when a loaded ore train is going by, because you could be here for 20 minutes. Some of those trains are 2.5 kilometres long, and if they've just started to get a head full of steam, yeah, it takes a while. I did pass a couple of trains a little while ago. Thankfully, I didn't meet them at the crossing. What the fuck's going on here? Yeah, right. Oh, they're filling in some of the potholes. Jeez, not before time. There's some holes back there. If you drop the wheel in it, you'd never come out. And these 4-trailer road trains, they must be spewing because they've got to slow right down on those sections. There's some big holes there. Right, Great Northern Highway. Oski's just off to our right over there. We've actually entered the Karijini National Park. There's another region with some absolutely stunning landscapes, and we'll be going through it for the next day or so. Got the band, 1, 2, 3, 4. Busy place. What's this guy going to do? I hope they're not turning left. Okay, we're away. Tom Price, unsealed. After about 40 kilometres, we're going to come to a right angle bend in the road, and that's where the town of Wittenoom used to be. Wittenoom was a blue asbestos mine, and of course when they discovered just how deadly blue asbestos could be, the mine closed. The town remained for many, many years. It was eventually de-gazetted. They cut off all the infrastructure, water, power. Some people continued to live there rent-free, you know, in buses and stuff like that, with their own power supply generators. Then a couple of years ago, they actually dug a big hole the size of a football field and just pushed the whole town in it and buried it. So I'm curious as to what remains. If I wait a few seconds, I shouldn't get covered in dust. Why is he still driving in the dirt? Jesus H. Christ. Well, in there, that's where the town once was. Nothing left anymore that I can see. I mean, you could enter the valley where the mine was. They were trying to discourage people from going in there, but I've been in a couple of times over the years and there are still signs, you know, foundations, concrete foundations, the tailings, big hills of asbestos tailings from the processing, and if you looked hard enough you could actually find the raw blue asbestos in its fibre form in lying around. Obviously the smart thing to do is not disturb the ground. But yeah, very colourful history. Anyway, we'll keep going. That's all that remains now. Signs warning people of the danger. Area closed, asbestos risk. It was dotted with buildings, roads. Still remnants of the road there. They used to use the tailings as mulch on their gardens. Kids used to plant it. They used to add it to the asphalt mix for roads within the community. They use it everywhere.